Imagine living a double life so convincing that even your neighbors never suspected the truth. By day, you're a simple farmer, tending rice fields under the hot sun. You laugh with villagers, haggle at markets, and complain about taxes like everyone else. But when darkness falls, you become someone completely different. A shadow, a weapon, a ghost who doesn't exist. This was the ninja way of life. Not a job, not a hobby. A complete existence built on duality, discipline, and an unbreakable code that governed every moment from birth to death. Hollywood shows us ninjas as mysterious loners lurking in shadows. The reality was far more complex and fascinating. Ninjas lived in families, raised children, celebrated festivals, and maintained the appearance of absolute normalcy. Because the moment someone suspected your true identity, you and your entire clan were in danger. The ninja lifestyle required extraordinary mental discipline. You couldn't slip, you couldn't brag, you couldn't show off skills that would raise questions. A farmer who moved gracefully, who seemed to alert, who knew things ordinary people shouldn't know. That farmer would attract attention, and attention meant death. This constant duality shaped everything. How they ate, how they slept, how they raised children, how they interacted with the world. Every aspect of daily life served to purposes, maintaining the disguise and preparing for missions that could come at any moment. Let's explore what it really meant to live as a ninja in feudal Japan. A ninja's day began before sunrise, but not with meditation or mysterious rituals. It began with work, real work, farming, fishing, carpentry, or whatever profession provided their cover. This wasn't pretend. Ninjas were genuinely skilled craftsmen and farmers. They had to be. A fake farmer would be exposed immediately in agricultural communities where everyone knew the craft intimately. But even this ordinary work served their training. Carrying heavy loads built strength. Walking long distances developed endurance. Manual labor created the physical conditioning needed for missions. Nothing was wasted. Training happened in hidden moments. Early morning, before others woke. Late evening, after neighbors slept. Deep in forests where no one wandered. Children learned alongside farming skills. A father teaching his son to climb trees was also teaching infiltration techniques. A mother showing her daughter how to move quietly through the house was teaching stealth fundamentals. Physical training was relentless but disguised. Running through mountains looked like hunting or gathering wood. Swimming in rivers appeared to be bathing or fishing. Climbing practice happened on their own property, where it seemed like routine maintenance. Food was simple, practical, and strategic. Ninjas ate for function, not pleasure. Rice for energy, vegetables for health, minimal meat. They studied nutrition centuries before modern science, understanding which foods enhanced endurance, which improved night vision, which helped wounds heal faster. Sleep patterns were unusual. Ninjas trained themselves to function on minimal sleep and wake instantly at any sound. They could fall asleep anywhere, anytime, but remain perpetually alert. This wasn't natural. It was trained, practiced, and refined over years. Family meals had dual purposes. Parents taught children history and technique through stories that sounded innocent but contained coded lessons. A tale about a clever fox escaping hunters was actually instruction on evasion tactics. A story about a patient fisherman was teaching surveillance techniques. Ninjas lived by a code far more complex than the samurai bushido. It was a code of survival, pragmatism, and absolute loyalty to clan over self. Unlike samurai who advertised their honor, ninjas valued secrecy above everything. The first rule: never reveal your identity. The second rule: never break the first rule. A ninja who talked, even under torture, endangered not just themselves but their entire village, their families, their children. This created an unusual social structure. Trust was everything, but trust was earned over lifetimes. Ninja clans were tight-knit, often intermarrying to keep secrets within bloodlines. Everyone knew everyone. Outsiders were viewed with permanent suspicion. Marriage among ninjas was strategic and romantic. Partners needed to understand the lifestyle, share the burden of secrecy, and often possess complementary skills. A woman trained in poisons might marry a man skilled in infiltration. Their children would learn both. Women in ninja society, called kunoichi, weren't decorative or helpless. They were operatives as skilled and deadly as men, often more so. Female ninjas could access places men couldn't, gather intelligence men couldn't obtain, and eliminate targets who never suspected danger from a harmless-looking woman. Children grew up knowing they were different, but not understanding why until they were deemed ready. Parents watched carefully, assessing who had the temperament, intelligence, and emotional control needed for the ninja life. Not every child of ninjas became one. Some were deemed unsuitable and lived ordinary lives, never learning their family's secrets. Friendships outside the clan were shallow by necessity. You couldn't truly know someone without revealing yourself. Ninjas became masters of surface-level relationships, friendly but never close, helpful but never vulnerable. The hardest part wasn't the physical danger. It was the emotional isolation, living a lie every day, forever. Never being able to fully relax, never being able to be completely honest except with a handful of people who shared your burden. The ninja mind was their greatest weapon, and maintaining it required constant practice. Ninjas practiced meditation, but not the peaceful, enlightenment-seeking meditation of monks. Theirs was focused, practical, designed to control fear, suppress emotion, and maintain clarity under extreme stress. They studied Buddhism, but pragmatically. The concepts of detachment and impermanence helped them cope with death, both dealing it and facing it. They understood that attachment creates vulnerability. A ninja who feared death too much would hesitate. One who loved life too desperately would make mistakes. Many ninjas also practiced Shugendo, a mountain ascetic tradition that combined Buddhism, Shinto, and Taoism. The harsh mountain training aligned perfectly with ninja needs. Climbing sacred peaks built endurance while providing spiritual framework for their difficult lifestyle. Mental conditioning started young. Children were taught to control fear through gradual exposure, starting with small challenges, darkness, heights, then escalating to more intense scenarios. By adulthood, a ninja's fear response was manageable, controllable, never eliminated but never controlling. They studied human psychology instinctively, understanding how people think, what they fear, what they desire, allowed ninjas to manipulate, predict, and exploit. This wasn't written in manuals. It was taught through observation, discussion, and real-world application. Ninjas also maintained mental discipline through routine. Consistent daily practices, rituals, and habits created psychological stability. When your life involves constant danger and deception, routine becomes an anchor to sanity. Perhaps most importantly, ninjas cultivated acceptance. Acceptance that they might die on any mission. Acceptance that their lives were fundamentally different from normal people. Acceptance that the path they walked was lonely but necessary. This acceptance wasn't defeat. It was freedom from the anxiety of fighting reality. The ninja way of life officially ended centuries ago, but its principles never died. When the Edo period brought peace to Japan, ninjas faced a choice. Some became official government agents. Others disappeared into normal life, their skills and secrets dying with them. A few continued, training in secret, preserving the knowledge for future generations. Today, descendants of ninja clans still live in Iga and Koga. Many know their ancestry, but don't practice the arts. Others maintain traditional ninjutsu through formal schools like Bujinkan, Jinbuken, and Tagakori-ryu, teaching not ancient assassination techniques but the philosophy, discipline, and physical culture. What can the ninja lifestyle teach us today? More than you might think. The concept of living with purpose and discipline. Ninjas didn't waste time or energy. Every action served a goal in our distracted modern world. This focused intentionality is revolutionary. The ability to maintain composure under pressure. Ninjas trained emotional control until it became automatic. Imagine facing challenges without panic, making decisions without emotional clouding, maintaining clarity when everyone around you loses theirs. The value of adaptability. Ninjas succeeded because they adapted to any situation, No rigid rules, no inflexible methods. Whatever works, works. This pragmatic flexibility is perhaps their greatest lesson for a rapidly changing world. The importance of continuous learning. Ninjas studied everything: geography, weather, psychology, medicine, poisons, languages, customs. They understood that knowledge was survival in our information age. This principle resonates powerfully. The power of patience and long-term thinking. Ninjas would wait days, weeks, even months for the perfect moment. They didn't rush. They didn't force. They observed, planned, and struck when success was certain. In our instant gratification culture, this patient strategic thinking is almost subversive. Most importantly, the ninja lifestyle taught that who you appear to be and who you actually are can be completely different, not for deception's sake, but for strategic advantage. Your true capabilities, your real knowledge, your actual skills. These don't need public display. Silent competence is often more powerful than loud mediocrity. The ninja way of life wasn't about being a mysterious assassin. It was about mastery of self, commitment to purpose, and the discipline to maintain both regardless of circumstances. These principles don't belong to feudal Japan. They're universal, timeless, and perhaps more relevant now than ever. Thank you for exploring the real ninja lifestyle with me. If this resonated with you, subscribe for more content that goes beyond myths to find the authentic wisdom hidden in history.